Today I'm at the Choengdoisuthep Wildlife and Nature Education Center. It's not a zoo, it's not a national park. It's an attempt to maintain and increase native species here on the slopes of Doisuthep. There are plans to develop this in the near future into a regular tourist attraction, and there's a lot to show, but at this particular point it's a little bit rough around the edges. We're going to go for a little tour. Betcha! We're spending the day at the wildlife sanctuary, which I shall also call the non-hunting area, on Doisuthep. We're going to check out some of the animals and meet with some friends here and see what happens. Okay? So these are Eld's deer and only Eld? I thought they also had sambar deer here too. Okay, she was trying to feed the deer and we were too close, so they were actually getting scared away. So we moved back a little bit so they couldn't see. Look at this, they're throwing in some grassy material in there to feed the deers. This is a, they see me, they see everybody right now. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is two species of deers here. I think it's the sambar deer and that's a larger one, and the Eld's deer, which is a smaller yellowish deer. I don't think that's a male-female distinction there. Uh-oh, I'm in danger's way. Chin. So we don't want to disturb the deer while they're feeding. If we pop up above this low wall, they get spooked and they run away from their food. But there's some sort of machine over there running its motor, and that's probably scaring them too. Very, very skittish. So this is not a zoo, these are really wild animals. I'm just trying to determine, I had a question for our host, is whether there's two species of deer there now or just one. There's one called the Eld's deer, and it's pretty rare in Thailand. And there's also a sambar deer, which is widespread in the Indian continent, so, or subcontinent. And also, I don't know how many acres these animals have to run around on. The back of this property goes up to Choengdoisuthep, the mountain that stands over Chiang Mai, and I presume it goes. The property goes quite a ways for them to have a reasonable chance of breeding to a substantial population. How many animals do you see there? Who? Dao Rai.
20.
20? Oh, okay. Wow. So if that's one species, that's pretty good breeding population. The idea is, as areas of Suthep get reforested, they're maintaining the animal population so that they can repopulate them. And as I mentioned before, maybe you heard me, this is basically tiger food. So if there's a good population of animals like this, the excess can provide food for tigers, which are not currently living in on Doisuthep or in this area, primarily because there's not enough prey animals for them to subsist on. But we'll go visit some other animals, potential prey animals in this area that are being bred, maintained, protected here in this wildlife preserve. Oh, you think you scared them away? Why?
Because my shirt
Oh.
the same nature.
Oh, next time we have to wear camouflage, huh? Oh, it looks like they've eaten their fill and have gone on. There's another animal still. And since in this area, some of the animals are allowed to run around the wild, instead you put cages around the plants you're trying to protect. And they're trying to grow and develop some of the key species here. Oh, look at that. And this is Banteng. If you know from Red Bull, this is literally a Red Bull. And he's just hanging out. I think he knows it's feeding time. And she knows it's picture taking time. So it looks like the fences are to keep them from running into groups of children. Make it easier to avoid them. Okay, we're yelling at some more animals here. So these are the Banteng, the wild cattle species here in Thailand or in Southeast Asia. And I think we're throwing some Bloy Namwa? Okay. Yes. Bananas. Put them to snack on. And yeah, there's some fairly pretty large ones. So if you enjoy the old the drink Red Bull, that's where it comes from. So I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 animals here that are just hanging out and having a snack. And I think I've seen more than this here. That's the biggest of the group, I think. Oh no, I think you're the baby, maybe the bull? That's so sweet. But I wouldn't even want to be dropped in the middle of them. Those are pretty sharp horns, and they've shown they're pretty defensive. When these wild cattle are clustering around or doing anything, there's usually a small deer that sticks with them. I think the cattle provide some protection, but in this case they're separate, so we're going to go see if we can find those guys. Feeding all the animals here today. Okay. Oh, you're going to follow us all the way? Hi. Hi. So there's a little barrier here to keep them from charging too fast if they really want to get aggressive. That's something. Now in America we don't really think of wild cattle, except of course we have bison, which is kind of an exception. Same genus, but there's actually a couple of wild cattle species in Southeast Asia. And more, in fact, if you hello, if you can, wild water buffalo too. These guys are nice, you know, beautiful animals, and we're trying to build more habitat for them and protect them from being hunted. Hog deer. Yeah, those are the small ones. And Banteng. Come.
Oh, more.
Are they following us?
Yeah. Sorry. I will will buy.
That's funny. They have horns. Look out.
Next time,
I'm gonna come get you.
I will buy more banana.
น้ำตกอะลูกถ้าลูกมาเห็น
Wat Umong.
เห็นสัก3-4 เดือนนะปลามาแล้วจะมีคนปลาไปเอี่ยว
เจ้า
เนี่ยขึ้นนี่น้ำตกอยู่บนนี้
ไปที่ไหนจ๊ะ
เจ้าเนี่ยเป็นแนวศึกษาธรรมชาติมีหนทางเที่ยวบรรลุเนี่ยค่ะ
Go to a waterfall.
Mm.
Next time have a guide. Next time 2 or 3 months.
Okay.
The future have a guide.
Oh, a guide?
Yeah, guide. Waterfall.
Yeah, I think this really deserves to be an attraction here. It's really kind of an unknown feature of Chiang Mai.
เจ้า
This is lantana. I was just talking about lantana in the garden. It's
สวัสดี
it's gone wild here.
แต่กล้องจะเห็นไม่ใช่ละ
Oh, she's got a a spider? No, it's a
ไม่ชัด
yeah, it's a caterpillar on some sort of silk. She's just levitating it. No. So there's butterflies around these lantanas here.
See the bird?
The bird? Inside?
Inside when you
Oh, yeah, it's a observation platform. You can come out here at night.
นกมันจะมาอยู่เนี่ยต่อน้ำนี่เนี่ยค่ะมันลงมาเล่นน้ำนี่
bird eating, drinking water.
Yeah. So you come here at night and watch what animals come out.
She said early morning.
Oh, gotcha. Got it. Arena?
รอยเท้าวัว
Kuwawa?
วัว
Ooh, a cattle footprints. Oh, I've been seeing them all day. Right there. Temple Chodai?
วัดพระนอน
Wat Pranon. Okay. And it's a ruined temple. It's not currently being used, but it's one of 3 ruined temples in this area.
วัดฤาษีชีวก
So this is a ruined temple complex. And this is what they look like after nobody's been here for, oh, I don't know, centuries maybe. But, jungle reclaims what's theirs very quickly. Hi. Arena. Oh, it's a little inchworm. It's some sort of caterpillar. He wants to turn into a moth or a butterfly. Oh.
เจ้าเดี๋ยวเขาไปก็เลี้ยวห่างเดี๋ยวตึงเจอมัน
Be careful. Bawang.
มันจะสะอาดของมันเองอ่ะ
This.
ฐานพระพุทธรูป
เอาไปตรงนี้ก็ได้เหรออ๋อเป็นไทยจ้ะ
บุตร
Oh. Okay.
ขอฐาน
Oh.
ขอฐาน
Totan. That's the base. Totan. That's the base for a Buddha statue, which is no longer here. Another Buddha down there. Being a devout Buddhist, she's passed away the year that you were born.
ก็เตือนมันมีน้ำนี่มันจิกะ
เจ้าน้ำแมงมันมากินน้ำเลยแบบมันแห้งถ้าฝนตกน้ำ
So he's got to be a good 5 feet at the shoulder.
แอปเปิ้ล
Oh, apples?
แอปเปิ้ล
Oh, okay.
โอเค
ไอ้นั่นนู่น
นู่น
เอาโยนแล้วค่ะเดี๋ยวมันจะมานั่น
ไอ้
ไปนั่น
There we go. There we go. Throwing some apples down. The monk is helping us out here with love from Buddha.
ถ้ามันได้กินมันปล่อยกับแต่ง่ายงอข้างไป
What is that? Oh, this is not a species of deer.
ไปไหน
ฮอกเดีย
Hog deer. That's a hog deer. Okay, cool.
ลิงลิงแล้วลิง
They want a
Piglet
smaller
said monkey
monkey? Ling?
on
Just saw a monkey up there.
เดี๋ยวไปตะพุ่นกัน
So the monks here feed squirrels with fruits and vegetables at 8 o'clock in the morning, probably as a ritual of, you know, giving back, I guess. And if there were any monkeys here in this forest, they would have definitely seen them because the place is littered with fruits and vegetables and stuff like that. They would certainly attract them. So these cattle are rescues from the slaughterhouse, and the monk, I don't believe he plans to slaughter them. It's part of, I guess you'd say, tambun, making merit. He's feeding them. Going back on our zoological bent here, these are probably hybrid cattle, but they have a lot of zebu in them. The one in the back has horns, just looking just like a water buffalo. And I think that is a water buffalo there, actually. But the one to the right here, you can't see her, but she's got a big hump. That's definitely in the zebu family, or species, I guess. But they also interbreed them, so it's hard to keep track of that. Another non-native species, of course. We're not letting up here. This is a rainbow eucalyptus, and it is definitely not a plant that belongs here. Yeah, we've got a little backlighting here, so I'll try to get in to see the trunk. Yeah, it's got this remarkably colored bark. It's gorgeous, but it just doesn't belong here. A few thousand miles to the south in Australia, maybe. Australia! Okay, we just saw a monitor lizard run past this pack here. There. If I can get it. Barely see it. Okay, it's here. Yeah. So this maybe been called COVID because it was born in 2020. But yeah, definitely saw a large lizard, definitely a monitor. It's a little rare in this area. Okay, we just spent a couple hours walking some miles or kilometers through the tropical jungle, spotting some wild animals. Checking out the plants and having an adventure. How are you? Ooh, you're fine. You have your water bottle there. It's almost empty. You have your inhalant. Wake you up inside. Piglet, sabari mai kap. Somebody's firing firecrackers or something over there. I don't know what the story is. Can I join you? So we found out the extent of this park or wildlife reserve is approximately 200 rai. And off the top of my head, I don't know how many acres a rai is, but I'll put that in the description. And it's apparently just goes up the mountainside. And the struggle is, of course, keeping these native animals happy, keep them being hunted, making sure they're fed and they can grow in population. And as we noted, keeping the feral dogs from coming in, decimating them. So it's been an interesting adventure. I hope you enjoyed it. That's the news from Chiang Mai.